Oh, all right, everyone. Hi there. So I'm just getting my skates done up. First time I have put them on all year. So it is a howling wind, but beautiful. It's about -8, but the wind chill's probably closer to -20. So I'm out. So literally yesterday when I was at the climbing gym. This is the wind. See my glove? So yesterday, I'm back. Sorry, Claude. I'm glad. Reception is a lot better when I get out. Now it is howling wind. There comes the train. Here we go. You don't get much more Canadian than this. But yesterday at my gym, one of the guys who works there told me that he was out at Gap Lake and there's a tiny little train. Yeah, the big gloves, exactly, Martin. So he said it was so much fun because all of the snow is off the lake because of the wind here. So I am literally moving right now at a reasonable clip. There you have the Canadian Pacific, looking out to Heart Mountain. But this wind is crazy. So I want to try and I don't want to make their feelings a little upset here. But see that? I am doing nothing and I am moving at enough of a pace that I'm going to be kind of careful here. I don't know how long. I'm trying to turn into the wind, everyone, and it's not working so well. There we go. There is Mount Lougheed up in the distance. That's towards Canmore. But look at this spectacular view here. I was out here. I don't know if you can hear me at all. I was out here the other morning looking at swans, and then it froze over. So now I'm having to work quite hard just to move forward at all. But the condition is really spectacular. Woohoo! So the big trucks that come up and down, this is incredible. Let's turn around one more time. Oh, the sound, I'm glad you're getting the sound. So I have my headphones on. We're around back of Mount Fable. Fable said this is the side of it. Fable was hilarious because these people said they couldn't climb it because of the dense brush when they first tried an ascent. And then other people went back and said there was no dense brush. They just made it up. They didn't want to climb the mountain. But I did want to say, and I saw that Michelle put a lovely post in our camper van group about the beaver moon. So it was the real full moon was last night. And the moon was so spectacular this morning, but it's gone over now. I don't see it, unfortunately. But it was so beautiful. And the beaver moon is sort of both a happy and a sad side to it. Because the beaver moon was called that because beavers do this time of year start to hunker down in their dens and they've loaded up food. That's the upside. But on the other side, it was also an important time in the fur trade because they knew they could go in and trap them. And so I think that's a bit sad for the beavers. But the Tlingit people who live up the coast, particularly the coast of Alaska, right down into Juneau is very Tlingit, a fabulous culture related to the Haida, of course, the totem cultures. But they call it the digging moon. And that's because out in their coastal areas, this is when the bears start to dig their dens and where other animals would dig in to find the remnants of berries and roots and that sort of thing. So it's a fabulous moon. But as we look, we're looking straight east there down to Exshaw. That's absolutely true, Martin. Down to Exshaw. And this is all limestone mining that goes on here. And that's to make cement, of course. Nice little kind of blue collar town. Neat little community, Exshaw. Then Canmore. Hi, Merle. Then Canmore is up behind me. And really see if the wind doesn't grab it, you can see my shadow out here. There we go. Look at the condition of this ice right now. And like I say, look at me moving. That's just the wind pushing me. So I'm going to have to go to the gym later because this won't count as exercise. But once I finish our little visit here, then I'll do then I'll do a bit more real skating. Now it's fair to say I'm an expert skier. I never consider myself an expert skater. And then I played drop-in hockey and everything, but not the way Finn played in the league for a long time. But this ice is just so beautiful. So yes, yesterday when I was at my gym, fellow was there. He said he had just come back before his shift of skating on Gap, and he said literally he would skate up on this and let the wind blow him back down. And so I said to myself, "Oh, I got to go down there and get that as well." But no, I love coming down to this area. On the way back from the airport yesterday, when I picked Finn up from Australia, went to see if the swans. I heard they were at one lake that was further down the way, but that's frozen over now too. So the swans are gone. So once again, check this out. Get a sense if you look at my shadow. This is me doing nothing but standing here with the wind pushing me. Lots of little ridges. Now, those of you who have been on these visits with me before, out on the ice, you know, the trick to knowing when the ice is safe, you want to see these bulges along the ice like we're seeing here, and you want to have the ice right to the edge. You should never, ever have to step over water to get on ice. That makes it dangerous. Now, this is a very shallow lake. Cheryl, I can't tell you exactly how thick it is, but I can tell you that I don't want to go too close to the edge because my reception cuts out. But you'll see the rocks out there. That's actually frozen to the bottom. So this is quite a shallow lake. It's really just a bend in the Bow River, but the train tracks sort of half cut it off. So the Bow River winds its way around just out here. And so these shallow lakes, two things that really cause this one to freeze so solidly is it's shallow and then this wicked wind. Okay, so I think the official temperature, the car was saying -8, it was -10 this morning. But the wind chill is probably -20. So here, I'll try and, I haven't actually put my, I'm trying to, it's getting pretty red from the wind, but that's okay, it's part of the fun. I curved around, you can see the views, so suddenly I feel warm because the wind chills to my back. That's Big Mount Lougheed, that's the Lougheed family, they were settlers here. Now there was a premier of this province for 13 years, Peter Lougheed. That wasn't him, but he was related to that family. Look at the speed I'm going. I don't know if you can actually see. And so then when I come and I'm just really carving on the ice, it's such a fun way to explore. And you can see here, I'm going to switch this around again. You've snuffed looking at me now. You can see the kind of dancing marks I've made on the ice out here. So it's just so lovely. So my poor kid comes all the way back from Australia where he had some sort of flu. We had our flu vaccines, but he definitely was sick. And then he had to get up this morning, and I took him straight to the dentist. So insult to injury. But then I came and dropped him at school, and his school's just up, his mountain's up there. So that's why I thought, great, I'll grab the skates and come down here. Woo! I tell you what, it is magical, but I'm working to get into this wind. I don't want to cross into that really rough patches there, because I dislike falling on ice. I think everybody just likes falling on ice because it's so hard. But wow, these are, for outdoor ice, these are magical conditions. Now the days are getting shorter, everyone. Woohoo! Here I go again. But our days are getting so short, of course. We're nearly in December, so we got 3 weeks till the shortest day of the year. And that's always fun. But we might try, an early morning or afternoon, come down here with the hockey sticks and the pucks, because that's really fun. The very far end of the lake, I don't tend to go all the way down there because you do get a little bit of open water just from a natural spring. And what's cool, I wanted to show you, I lost where it was now. Oh, it's back up here. People had clearly, there, spikes over here where people had broken through the ice. So now that Finn's home, I still have my cold showers every morning. Hi, Liz. But we're going to go break through the ice and do a cold plunge maybe Saturday morning. So we'll see what that's like. But that's clearly what's been happening over here, is people have been cold plunging right in around there. That's why they have the spikes up. Isn't that fun? Now it's safe in the sense that there's no current down there. Also, up around the bend here, oh, the wind is just that much. Up around the bend there, as I was driving down, I said hi to some Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. There's a big population of sheep all along these areas here. And I think they all kind of gathered up because, of course, we had that good snowfall a little while ago, but the city's already dry again. This is an El Nino year in all its action. And that is a concern. We don't want to be dry after the fires we had last year. Look at, I'm picking up speed again. There's that shadowy creature. Follows me just about everywhere. There we go. I'm keeping an eye on it though. I don't want to go too far down. So the wind is so strong. Hi Nicole, nice to see you. Quite all right. See, I'll even wave to you. So it's just so nice. And I think this is really one of those quintessential Canadian experiences out here, you know? Boy, oh boy, though, it's not going to be a long time skating today with that wind chill in my face, I tell you. See, I have to work really hard to get up into the wind. I mean, these wind gusts have to be, I honestly don't know, 50, 60 kilometers an hour. It's not even gusting, it's just solid wind. And that's because, if you're able to hear me, that's because there's a Chinook blowing up over Calgary. And these Chinook formations, like the Mistral in southern France, if you've heard of that. So what's happening is this is wind coming off the Pacific Ocean, climbing up over the coastal mountains, then the Columbia Mountains, and then up over the Rockies. And so we're cold here. But yesterday, halfway between here and Calgary, which is about 90 kilometers, 50 miles, the temperature was 10 degrees. There's my skates. See? And Phil's going to be down in Mexico with me in January. I don't think we'll be skating down there. Yeah, I think right through Cochrane, but Cochrane's like above freezing and Calgary is. So it's, you know, we're getting the cold here. Interestingly, on Sunday, a couple of my friends came out from the city and we went to the Christmas market in Banff, which was actually, and my buddy measured from his house to my house, and my house is 439 meters higher than his. So that's almost exactly what, you know, though we're that much colder, plus I'm still in the mountains. That mountain there, now here, for all you British people, that mountain in the distance, you see the mountains really dissipate quickly. That is Heart Mountain, very heart shape at the front of it, Lac des Arcs down in front of it there. But the reason why I mentioned British specifically is in World War II, all of the financial documents and some of the crown jewels of the UK were shipped over secretly and hidden under the Sun Life building in Montreal. Now, there was some concern that the Germans were going to come up the St. Lawrence, and so they dug a hole in the side of that mountain in case they ever had to move all of the financial documents to hide them there. It was never used, but they expanded it out at the start of the Cold War as sort of a bunker, but it's just a hole in the side of the mountain. If you climb up and over these fabulous mountains here, you're into Kananaskis country. So I'm in one little section of the Rockies here that is not parked, and that's why they're mining. You don't really make it out. I'm looking up to the Three Sisters up there in Canmore at the moment. Oh, goodness me, this is gorgeous, though. And my ankles are feeling this, I tell you. Woo! Now, all these tracks, if it weren't lucky, you'd be hearing the ice. And the ice makes these lovely, deep sounds as well. See, it becomes really rippled over here, and there's been some flow. Also, they're perfectly safe to walk on now, but I don't want to skate on it because I don't want to trip and fall. So let's do one more glide, everyone, And then I'll probably pack it up just because it is super cold. But that's the plan. I do want to see, once again, I just want to show you how fast I'm going without doing anything. You know, that's what the wind is actually doing for me. I mean, it's just so cool to have this experience out here. In fact, some people would even say an experience like this could blow you away. I'll try and do a breakfast with Finn when he's up to it, one of these days. -8 outside, officially, but the wind chill is about -20. That's all the ice being pushed off from my skate. Yeah, you see, that's where I don't go any closer. There's actual open water over there. It wouldn't actually be dangerous because it's so shallow, but that is exactly when I talk so much about how the limestone of the Rockies is so porous. All right, so that's the and so it's actually the groundwater, and it doesn't freeze inside the mountains. It freezes when it comes out and gets exposed out here. Do you know I'm getting so blown away out here that I think I should probably call it quits. I'm actually scared I'm going to wreck this gimbal too. Someone else putting their skates on now, which is fun. So listen, lots of love to everyone. Temperature, Cheryl's about -20 with the wind chill. Hi, Lynn. So here we are. Yeah, and I will probably even maybe the end of 2024, I'll finally put on a winter Rockies for everyone. I am getting cold now, so I'm going to pack it up. So as a last note, we always try and finish with something fun. First of all, I want to say to the world, peace and love, because we need a whole lot more of that.